name's Alex Nollan. I'm a professional jazz pianist from Memphis. I'm studying right now in Knoxville at UT. I'm here at I'm recording with Corey Mills.
It's good to have you, Alex Nollan.
Yeah.
It's definitely very good to be in the presence of an extraordinary jazz pianist like yourself.
Thank you.
Definitely, we want to definitely help you get to where you want to go. But what we want to know, as a professional musician, where exactly do you plan on going? Like, how far do you want to take this career? Do you want to be like the jazz pianist or Jay-Z of jazz pianists or piano, or you're trying to be like one of your favorite instructors, Donald Brown? Tell me more about, like, what are you trying to get into?
I don't know about Jay-Z doing anything jazz. I don't know what
Right.
but all I know is once I get into recording more, I think I'd like to go and do a lot of the playing that Donald Brown does. He and they're two of my biggest teachers. They're not the only ones, but he and this other guy, Michael Stevens, you can see him on YouTube, but they are international pros. And I'm more, and right now I need to focus on playing in the US. Go across the states and such.
Okay, so
And then I'll be able to go across the states, go international,
yeah,
and then I'll be able to just take my equipment
yeah,
and be able to just record wherever.
yeah. So you want to become more notable at this point right here throughout the entire United States. So where are your basic constituents? How many states do you actually have a lot of fans in? I know that for a fact that you come to Orange Beach, Alabama. You live in Memphis and you live in Knoxville.
Yeah, I have a pretty long way to go in that regard. The two main states I've been in the most are here and Tennessee, where I come from.
Yeah. And then what do you want your fans to know about what you do in particular and how you do it, your specific touch?
Well, to add on to what you asked earlier, I'll be focusing on jazz and several subsets of jazz, and then honestly I'll probably end up trying to break into the game industry as well.
Gaming industry.
I'll be I don't know about writing music, because that's going to take me a while. That's not really what I specialize in. But what I will be able to do for the developers there, I'll be able to, if they already have music or they already have somebody else who's already written music, I'll be able to help them play their music and then put it into their games, and then they set everything up there.
So this would be like games like The Godfather, or what type of games would that be? It's like as far as jazz piano.
Just whichever ones want me to play, and
That's
that
pretty
won't
cool.
even, and that at that point,
Yeah.
I'll be able to just, it won't even have to be jazz specifically.
Oh, okay. So
I'll be
okay.
able to just, I can play straighter rhythms. I don't need to just stick to offset swinging.
It's pretty cool, man, that you actually want to take it this far. I mean, I've never really heard of a person who wanted or would go into the gaming industry. Me, myself, I mean, I've made some instrumentals for games, and I mean, they came out well. But I'm looking at it like, man, this is really an avenue that you're actually in right now. And man, I've never really had the opportunity to just sit down with a great pianist such as yourself. I know that you play or train under Donald Brown and Michael
Professor
Jeffries. Yeah.
Professor Donald Brown and Michael Jeffrey Stevens.
Michael Jeffrey Stevens. How do you like working with him?
There's two of my favorite teachers. Donald Brown tends to really get going once we start playing, and once he starts talking about how he himself interacted with the jazz greats, and just as many different greats as he worked with in his lifetime. And then things are a lot simpler with Michael.
Yeah.
He tends to just wants me to play a song for him, and then we go from there.
That's awesome.
I don't know where he's gonna take things.
Yeah.
But usually I end up always learning something new from him.
Yeah.
And they're just the two I've worked with the most. Don't want to change things.
Don't want to change things. I mean, if you have good friends like that and good mentors that you can always learn from, why would you want to change things? I mean, you're going to be teaching us one day. You may not even be doing it. You'll be like, well, this is my video. And then everybody's like, do you see that man's fingers? I'm like, wow, he's turning his piano up. But look, man, we really enjoy like this type of music. As far as the people in the United States, we don't really get too many people who really want to focus on like the things you set your mind to accomplish. Like, you're probably going to be Alex Nollan. Hashtag the next Mozart. I mean, I know you say you don't really write music, but man, I can just see it all coming.
I don't know about any hashtags, since I don't have the media. I have none of it.
Yeah. Hey, but it's coming though. I mean, I can definitely feel it coming. How comfortable are you feeling like as far as when you perform for large crowds? How comfortable do you feel?
I first started out just playing for smaller crowds, maybe a couple of dozen, but I've played for bigger crowds up in 100, 200 people. I am able to just get up on stage and start playing.
That's pretty cool, man. Like, I remember my first performances, I was like, man, I gotta rehearse. And I was rehearsing in my house. It just so happened that my rehearsal space was bigger than the stage. My first performance, and I didn't know that until I arrived. And it was so crazy that I was like, man, in the house, and I was like, man, look, y'all gotta look. You take this camera, so I can see what not to do and what to do. And man, it's like, I mean, I understand that, you know, rap performances and being a pianist is two total different things, but I know that rehearsal was like so important to me, man. How often do you rehearse? I understand that you're in school, so you really learn a lot, but how often do you play compared to like your learning curriculum?
I'm usually playing at least a couple of hours every day.
Every day.
And if I'm not playing, then I'm usually listening to something.
Yeah.
And trying to get it, as much of it, into my head as possible.
Yeah. So you have a great memory? You have to have
I'd say so, yeah.
Play all that stuff.
But usually, if I'm listening to something, I'm usually trying to pick it apart in some fashion.
Yeah.
But nobody knows.
Do you ever give it your own style, your own flavor, or you just try to replicate the original sound?
I can usually do that later, but yeah, I'm usually trying to, I guess, reverse engineer is the right word.
Yeah. And I think it's really good. When I was a kid, man, although I used to write poetry and stuff, it's like some of the favorite artists, I couldn't probably keep up with all of their words, or if their song came on and I liked it, I couldn't say anything. So I used to go to the pen and pad, which I was used to doing, and I'd push play and then stop and play and stop and write the entire song out until I wrote down the entire song. Is it anything like that? I don't know, maybe that right there actually cultivated or helped cultivate my particular style, which is not one but a variety of writing styles. I don't like a set thing. I can flow with any rhythm. And I mean, I think
Oh.
That's possibly something you're probably going to be able to do if you don't do it right now, because you actually pick things apart and reverse engineer.
Oh, I would think that's something I do with the music itself.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't do anything with lyrics.
Yeah,
if
not
I
with
can
words,
help it.
but the music,
But yeah,
which is very important.
But even the one song you showed me,
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out the melody you were singing.
Yeah. I saw that. I actually noticed that, and I was like, man, he's actually on the right key. He just clicked 3 of them. Like, man, like he knows what he's doing, man. And please tell me, or tell us, how long have you been doing this personally before you decided to make it professional?
I want to say maybe around when I started college. That's when I decided I needed to get out there and start at least trying to play something for little tiny cafes like that one YouTube video that we uploaded.
Yeah.
And once I saw that I could get something out of it and not just play for the people. Once I could do that, that's honestly when everything just started.
Yeah.
I could never say exactly when that started, but that's once I was able to get into small cafes and then get a couple of paid contracts. That was it. During college, everything around then.
Yeah. See, when I was young, even to like today, my writings are always about, what I feel, what other people feel, how I can help them grow and things like that. I'm always concerned with the next person because I want them to live a better life, a much better life than myself. I don't write just to write. And if I do write just to write, that paper's going to end up in the trash can because it's worthless. It's meaningless and it's worthless because it has nothing behind it. It has no grounds. It's just words on a piece of paper. I don't really care if it sounds good. My passion is really to give them or help them achieve or obtain things that they don't think they could. And some people just don't know the words to say when they feel a certain way, and you do. I'm just saying, or I do. In particular, you can create a melody, possibly, and somebody was like, man, I dreamed about that, and he's the guy that I may have seen. Or, man, this is the proper sound I needed to hear right now because I was just heating. I was like really mad, and then all of a sudden, this sound is so amazing. I'm not mad anymore. I don't know. It's just music really helps people. How is it that you want to help people with your music to give them something like in the Bible when David was a child, he used to play for Saul, and Saul used to try to kill him, with the harp. And he used to always want to hear that harp because it calmed him down. But then he got so jealous of David that he tried to kill him.
It only just got worse.
Yeah, it even got worse. But is it that you want to play or create music to help people feel calm and relaxed, or is it that you just want to have a career in music?
Having the career in music would be nice, but what you already said would end up being sort of, I guess, a result of me having this career and me putting music out there, and then people find it.
Yeah.
And well, I'm not exactly trying to predict how people will feel about how I play.
Yeah.
That's not why I started.
I understand that. I mean, some people just do it for the money. They don't care about the people. I'm just not one of those people. And
now, if I cared about money, I'd be charging much higher rates.
Yeah. I totally understand where that comes from. But definitely, you want a career in music, and you want to be able to satisfy people with your sound.
Or rather, I want to know what they think of how I play.
So you want some scrutiny. You want some critique. You want people to critique your play.
Maybe critique, but if you want me to keep it simple, I want to know.
Yeah, you definitely want to know, which is awesome, bro. I think every artist do want to know. I've heard some terrible singers out there. I've heard some people that's like, I can play, and I'm like,
and then I'd be able to tell you how bad it is.
Yeah. I'm like, you gotta. I hope you got a day job. I'm just saying, that's just how it is sometimes. But Alex Nollan, is there anything else that you want the people to know as far as what you're going to be doing, what you expect to do within the next year, the next 2 years, how far you plan on going, what you'll actually be able to do for them if they would actually want to contact you and hire you as a jazz pianist? And also, this music that's actually playing in the background is a work by Charlie Parker called Confirmation, who's a jazz pianist.
Or Charlie Parker is jazz saxophone.
Yeah, please forgive me. Jazz saxophonist. I was thinking it, but I said it wrong. And he picked it apart. Alex Nollan picked it apart and made it this extravagant key sound.
Or rather, I played his song and then I do what any other jazz player does.
Yeah.
I just play the song and then I start, once the song ends here, that I have to start improvising on the spot.
Improvise on the spot. Like, oh, I don't know what to do. Or just gotta do something.
No.
Like right here?
I don't have time to think about any of this. I just start playing.
Yeah. Man, they tell me that those people who can play the piano are more intelligent than people who don't.
I don't know how much certainty there is to that study, but all I know is I have to do all the improvising on the spot. I don't write this stuff down.
Yeah.
And we were talking about this a while back. That's why I have to keep the rhythm at the same time.
Yeah.
I can't lose it. There were a couple of times I came pretty close to losing the rhythm, and I would have to do a new take on it.
Yeah. But hey, Mozart, man. Mozart made some accidents and his works were great. That's all I'm saying.
Fair enough.
Alex Nolan's on the same level. That's all I'm saying. Because I can listen to your music all day. It's one of my favorite.
I'll be sure to upload some more standards then.
Yeah. But if you want to tell the people where you can find you, man, let them know that you're available for hire.
For now, I'll be working for Memphis for this summer. Then I'll be headed back to Knoxville for about a year or so.
Yeah.
Then I'll likely be operating from Texas.
Yeah.
That's where my tiny family's going.
Yeah.
And then for the time being, I'll then be moving back and forth from Texas, from Lubbock to Orange Beach, from right here.
Which is awesome, man. But it's good to see that you're still traveling, man, and that your endeavors are definitely what we seek. But we really appreciate having you in CM Records.
Thank you.
Thanks for stopping by.
It's great to be here.
And we're going to say farewell.
Thank you, Internet.